Hey, we'll see if this works this time. I recorded a whole damn video and it just didn't even save. Ain't that the life? Anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're back, thanks for coming back. It's been a hot minute. Like, I'm surprised I even still have a channel. I don't think I've put out any content for like 3 or 4 years. I was like, where have you been, Parker? Did you die? Oh, spoiler, sweetie. A little bit of nerddom thrown in there. So if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Parker, and this is, it used to be Planning with Parker, and well, things evolved. So now we are, well, I am relabeled my channel, so to speak, as BIPOC Life with Parker, because that's just. So I promised the viewers I have left, and bless you, an explanation. Where have I been? Where'd I go? Am I still alive? Gratefully, yes. So I believe the last content I put out was 2022 or 23. It was the height of COVID. Everything was shut down. Everybody was staying at home. And while everybody was growing gardens and baking bread and things like that, I was getting up at 3 in the morning and putting on my scrubs and going to work to help people, help my community, help the world, I guess. And I'm a nurse, and I was tapping veins for the COVID Alliance, and it was a whole ordeal. At first, the hours were manageable. At first, about 3 12-hour shifts a week, which is standard for most nurses. Listen, don't get me. I will have another video about whether or not nurses are professional. I have words. I have so many words. Yeah. Yes. I don't know if y'all heard, but apparently nurses are not professionals. Come at me. Anyway, I digress. So, I'm working as a nurse for the COVID Alliance, starting IVs, helping people, and it got worse. It went from 12-hour days, 3 days a week, to 18-hour days, 7 days a week, for 3 or 4 months straight. I ended up in the hospital. As a lot of you viewers know, I'm a gastric patient. You cannot live, y'all, you cannot live on granola bars in your pockets. Oops. Especially if you are on a high animal protein diet and you have to get 150 grams of protein a day. Yeah, it just wasn't working. It wasn't working for nobody. So I ended up in the hospital. And then it got even worse. It was weird. While everybody was, again, making bread, planting gardens, learning to play the guitar, I started grad school, right? Thank you, Phi Theta Kappa, for the support. I started grad school to get my master's, and I graduated early because, no, I'm not paying extra money. No. So, yeah, I have an MBA from Rock Chalk, woo, GAEA, KU, and that was a wonderful experience. I'm a first generation, almost everything in my family. Never did I think I have a master's degree. So at the end, the world opened up, and suddenly no one went back to work. Valid, okay? You know, because you're working for 2 years at home, keeping businesses going, keep the world going, and all of a sudden they're like, nope, can't work from home anymore. You got to say goodbye to your dog, you know, your COVID dog that you adopted that has never been around another person and doesn't know that you're supposed to leave every day. Yeah, you got to leave that dog at home, and you need to come to work and make that money. Okay? So literally a fourth of the workforce where I live didn't go back to work. So at the same time, nobody was hiring. So I had this brand new master's, and I'm a nurse, and I needed experience. So I got a job working for the government. And no, it didn't get better. I was grateful for the paycheck and for the benefits, but I noticed I was getting sick. Wasn't treated all the greatest because it's a government job. We'll get to that unrealistic expectation in a minute. But I noticed I was having problems with my lungs. I wasn't breathing as great. I was itching out of nowhere. So I started seeing an allergist. And they're like, well, let's start with an allergy test. And I'm like, cool. I'll let you know right now. I'm a gastric patient. I'm allergic to bananas, shellfish. My partner likes ice.
I'm sorry. I was gonna make tea.
Because it's definitely tea with Parker.
I mean, you dishing tea right now.
She's so damn rude, y'all. I love her though. Oh, that's yes. We'll get to that. The height of COVID, I celebrated my birthday, and I got jumped on my birthday. It was great. Well, I don't celebrate birthdays. What the? So during the whole fiasco of me getting dumped on my birthday, me and my ex-partner phoned a friend. Kashmira!
Done.
We love Kaz. We love Kaz. Oh my God. We totally love her. So we phoned a friend, and my ex-partner received a different result than what my partner was expecting. Kaz is like, great, I choose Parker. And I'm like, I just need a friend, a connection. And that was 4 years ago. Kazi and I are now an amazing, what do we call us? The power couple? We're an amazing power couple. And I am absolutely grateful every day she's in my life because my health declined even further. I continued to work. I went to school. I graduated, and I was just getting tired, and I was getting sick. I started seeing an allergist. They started with an allergy test. I'm anaphylactic for dust mites. That's important. Hold on to that. I'm also anaphylactic for cat saliva. Oh, hell no, am I getting rid of my babies? They don't lick me. And I lived with cats my whole life. This is where I start to get confused. If I'm anaphylactic for cat saliva, how come I haven't had any problems? Spoiler, sweetie. All of a sudden, I start breaking out with hives everywhere I go. Never happened before. I knew I had an allergy to dust mites. I didn't know it was anaphylactic level. And when I mean hives, we're talking the big fat cherry ones and a hive called stinging nettle. Take a sewing machine, needle, the big fat sewing machine needle, light it on fire, give it to your worst enemy, and tell them to stab you anywhere, randomly. It fucking hurts. There's no sugarcoating it. It feels like you are getting stabbed with a fiery hot needle randomly. And your immediate impulse is to slap it. Just slap it. Not scratch, but slap it. And then you scratch. And then after that, the itchy red welt appears. So I explained this to my providers, and they're like, I've never heard that before, except for one guy, my allergist. He didn't have a great look on his face when I told him that I want to immediately slap. When I get these stabbing itchings, see, I'm itching now. I itch all the time now. He says, let's start you on allergy shots. And this little voice in my head was like, don't do it. And I was like, sure. He's like, every time you have a reaction to dust mites, you end up with bronchitis and pneumonia. I'm like, yes, that is true. And he's like, let's get you some allergy shots. So within 3 months of me starting allergy shots, and they start you slow. They start you out stupid slow. You get like a teeny tiny hyper diluted amount of allergen injected into your skin that's been sterilized so your body can build up a healthy response to it. It didn't go well. You're supposed to sit there for about an hour so they can watch you after your shot to make sure you don't have anaphylaxis. I was fine. I walked out of there feeling great, went to work, kept the spot on, you can see the spots on my back of my arm. This is what my hives normally look like because I'm brown. But 5 days later, my whole arm will turn fat and cherry red. My face will swell. My tongue will swell. My mouth will burn. My nose and my mouth go numb. That's called angioedema. And I have an anaphylactic reaction from my shots 5 days later. It's not the norm. So I share this with my allergist. He's like, that's not normal. I'm like, okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm an overachiever. I'm totally an overachiever, whatever. But we kept going. But then it started getting really bad, to where I was having to go to the emergency room, use an EpiPen. The first time around, it was fine. They got me in and out in 30 minutes. It was just a shot of Benadryl in my arm. It was fine. No steroids. The next time it happened was about a month later. Benadryl and an IV with prednisone. Okay. I was in and out in 3 hours. The next time, I was in there for 5 or 6 hours. To the point where I was in the emergency room almost every month. At one point, it was 3 weeks in a row with anaphylaxis. That's when I was issued 8 EpiPens, and I was told, stop taking Benadryl. The very last time I was in the emergency room for anaphylaxis, before they figured out what it was, I was in the hospital for about 12 to 15 hours. And it took morphine, Dilaudid, fentanyl, prednisone, Benadryl, Pepsid, and Epi. And I was code status. So I went back to my allergist. And I was pissed. I was so mad. And I'm tearing into this poor guy. First of all, he's probably the biggest green flag teddy bear that ever walked the earth because he just sat there. Sweetest man on earth. And he wasn't even an older doctor. He's very educated. But I'm mean. I'm a mean ass nurse. And I laid into him. I have 5 degrees. Including a master's. And I laid into him. I was like, you need to listen to your patient. You need to listen to them. And if they are saying the same thing over and over and over again consistently and the story ain't changing, then you're listening to the wrong story, homie. Listen to your patients. Doctors out there, please listen to your patients for the love of fuck. Please. So while I'm sitting there handing his ass to him, I get that stabbing needle pain. And I slap myself. And I said, that. And immediately a red welt happened. He goes, let me see that, please. Because it was on my back. I said, okay. This is what I'm talking about. He goes, okay. And I lifted my shirt. And he didn't even touch me. I just heard a coming from him. And I felt his finger draw across my back where I itched. And I was like, oh, that feels so good. Do it again. Oh, my God. Thank you. Because my back was on fire. And when he came back to face me, he was even sadder. And my heart broke for him. I was like, okay, I'm sorry I yelled at you, because I was mad. And I said, what is it? Am I wrong? And he goes, no. And he explained to me what dermographic hives are and stinging nettle hives. I was experiencing both at the same time. And because I'm brown, if you can see the redness in my skin, that's a problem, because I'm brown. If you can see the redness on a brown person's skin, that's a serious hive. And also, it's just the tip of the iceberg. The hive is even bigger under your skin, down into your tissues, sometimes all the way to your bones, the inflammation of everything, filled with histamine. So it's just really horrible. And he said, you need to get a bucket, a jug of your biggest, most tolerated antihistamine. I want you to take 2 of them 3 times a day. I take 24-hour Allegra. It's 1 a day. I'm on 6. And he explained to me something called autoimmune, idiopathic, irretractable, chronic spontaneous urticaria. Another name for it is hypocomplementaria urticarial vasculitis syndrome, AII-CSU, or HUVS, HUVS. And it's a hyperimmune disorder. Your body is like Superman's. It's your neurological and immune system is set to here, to the nth degree. Your body's overachieving. And if it has nothing to do, it'll attack you. It gets bored. So while everybody was walking around sick with COVID, I had tested COVID as well. Everyone I knew was sick and testing positive for about 5 or 6 days. I would test positive for COVID about an afternoon. The next day I'm negative. The next day after that I'm negative. No symptoms. Wow, I'm like the original OG germ donkey. I was like, was that a false positive? And they're like, no, you had COVID. Your body just kicked its ass. And I was boosted. I had all my shots. And I was like, I feel great. This is actually the best I felt in weeks. He's like, yeah, your body has something to do. I was like, okay. So what my allergist also shared with me is because it's getting harder and harder for them to get me anaphylaxis. First time took 30 minutes. Time after that took almost 12 to 15 hours. You can actually hear it in my voice. Each time I have an event, my throat gets really tight and it squeezes shut. And now there's chronic swelling in my throat. So I sound like a frog all the time. Yes, I'm still in the chorus. I still sing. But, so that sucked. And he said, you don't have that great of a prognosis. I was like, okay. What does that mean? I mean, we all got prognosis. We all gonna die. We all gonna unalive. Some faster than others. And he said, you have about 1 to 5 years. And that's when I stopped. I said, 1 to 5 years. Really? It's like, yeah. Because you're going to have an event, an anaphylactic event that they can't get you out of. It's going to be harder to treat. It doesn't matter how many EpiPens or how much Dilaudid, fentanyl, prednisone, Pepsid. It doesn't matter. They're not going to be able to get you out of anaphylaxis. I was like, okay. He goes, it's either that or your heart will give out. I was like, whoa, that's deep. So I started, my blood pressure has been through the roof. and tachycardia, dysrhythmia. So that was just recent, and I started heart meds. So far, so good. Still get tired, still get dizzy. I still itch all the time. My throat spasms, shed a lot. But I received that prognosis in February. It's now November of 2026. I'm coming up on my first year. And if I keep working, I'm still gonna die. If I stop working, I have a fighting chance. But either way, I'm gonna stop working. So probably by the first of the year, that's when I'm going to step away from work life and focus on me. For the first time in my life, I'm going to focus on me. So I thought, wait a minute, 1 to 5 years. That's February 2026 for the first year. So I'm going to do something amazing. I went to Chicago Planner Conference, and oh boy, I had a ball. And if I ever needed a reason to keep going, aside from my beautiful, amazing partner, it's so I could go back to Chicago Planner Conference, because, oh my God, those videos are coming. So that's where I've been. It's now after Thanksgiving. I didn't even cook for my family. I kind of cooked a bunch of ham, and my family came over, and they could tell I was very sick. My heart rate was all over the place. My blood pressure was all over the place. So I basically just sit there like this and let everybody else cook. And I just enjoyed their time, because that's what served me at the moment. So I promised a video of where I've been. I'm back. I'm very happy to be back. I have the full support of people in my life. I've done a lot of good also in the past 4 years. We'll talk about, how I helped 200 people go to camp for free. That was an enjoyment. I'm in 3 courses. I do a lot of singing, if my lungs let me. And we just finished an amazing sold-out show. So, I did the Kansas City Women's Chorus. That was a blast. And I'm looking forward to Outside Voices and Transfinity to be singing soon. So that's where I'm at. So I have a new little buddy. Yes, I still have the cats. Yes, they still sit on my planner. It's a mood. But this is Hank. Say hi, Hank. Yes, untitled Hank. He's going to join me on some adventures. And I don't know, I like this outfit. It's cute. You can put little stuff. He keeps his little knife in his bag here. It just goes like right there. This is love. I love this boy. Don't ask me how I know it's a boy. You don't want to know. Anyway, so, and while I was sitting here videoing, you probably heard some weird grinding in the back. My partner has an amazing chessboard that moves by itself. She's got it set up. She's just about to start it playing, I think, but
I'm gonna set up to watch games.
And you're gonna meet Cashmere. So here, the chessboard is actually moving by itself. It is absolutely amazing. There are no magnets.
No, they're little bots.
They're little robots. Stop it. So anyway, my burning mouth syndrome, surgeon syndrome, is kind of getting to me. And I have a lot more filming that I want to show you guys. Oh, burning mouth. Burning mouth is, in my videos, I will try my best to keep it at a minimum. But there's a lot of lip sticking. You can see I have a benign tumor right there that I'm waiting to get removed. It's part of burning mouth and surgeon. Surgeon is where you don't make tears. My eyes look wet, but I just used an eye drop. But I don't make tears. It's, again, my body attacking itself. So, stick around. Come visit. Bring your favorite bedazzled cup. Hello. And this is going to be the most amazing 1 to 5 years. If not more. Because I'm going to do all the things. I'm going to try all the things. I'm going to live a little. Because I'm tired of working 20-hour days, 7 days a week, 6 months in a row. Come with me. Let's go do this. Bye. Oh, before I forget, how dare I? How dare I? Ah, the audacity. As my beautiful Queen Charlotte would say, my flabbers are gasted. How dare I not say, I love you, Tristan, my CPC planner buddy. I miss you. I miss you, Cheyenne Houston McCrae. I miss all of you. I'm still here. Let's go spread the chaos. Bye.